Hey guys, so I promised you a video, and here I am sitting at my desk, Church of the Apostles, on a Friday. Carol's down the hall, probably working on that ministry book that's going to come out. And if you read it, you'll probably find out all about us. But see, because I work with kids and I like to read books about psychology, I'm pretty aware that people have different learning styles and communication. So some of y'all actually read my emails. I know this because you reply back to me. And sometimes you ask a question or say, man, that was beautiful. And it's very affirming. I'm much more familiar with the written word than talking. And I really, really hate having my picture made. But I have an 8-year-old boy who loves YouTube and who loves setting records. And so some of you may know that one of our family passions in the last 6 months has been videoing ourselves as we've set records. So I figured if I'm pretty much out there for the world to see, stacking dinner rolls or talking on a fake donut phone, surely for those of you who prefer video style announcements, I can do this every once in a while. So here we go. CODA, Children's Sunday School. What is it? Why do we do it? And what's going on this season? Sunday, many of you, well, not many of you, some of you come at 9, so you'll miss it. But the second service at 11:15 is going to be baptism. And if you're there, listen like you've never listened before, because you will experience in the baptismal liturgy our motivation when we started our curriculum committee almost 3 years ago. We have definitely used curriculums before that you buy and pay for, and I like them. But we found that we were having to edit them too much, cater them to our own time periods and styles, and we found that they weren't really concentrating on particular Anglican type things. So we were like, what is Anglican? What are we doing as an Anglican body within the church? And what we found ourselves going back to over and over again was the baptismal liturgy and the confirmation liturgy. We discovered that as Anglicans and as just a Christian who's willing to look back on the past, we learned that throughout the ages, Christian parents and Christian church leaders have decided that we need to emphasize teaching 3 main things. The 10 Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, and the creeds. So we decided to concentrate on those 3 things during 3 years of our fall Sunday school. We've just completed spending many weeks last fall on the Lord's Prayer. The fall before that, we did many weeks on the 10 Commandments. The fall before that, we did 2011, 2012, 2013. We did many weeks on the Apostles' Creed. I feel like those answer 3 big questions that even a 3- and 4-year-old can begin to understand. And those questions are, who is God? Who am I? And how should I live? Now, certainly preschoolers are not going to really begin to understand or memorize the Apostles' Creed. They may not understand many phrases in the Lord's Prayer, and they certainly aren't going to understand, and I'm glad for it, some of the 10 Commandments. But we believe if we consistently hit on those, that great truths are going to be imparted. But guess what? We're not in fall. We're not in ordinary time. We are now in a series of the church seasons that goes through the life of Christ. And I hope that many of y'all have seen in our rooms our circular church season calendars. And we started up here with Advent. We've done 12 days of Christmas. And we are in Epiphany. What is Epiphany? Epiphany is when God revealed not just to his Jewish people, Joseph, Mary, and some shepherds outside a Jewish city of Bethlehem, that he had sent the Messiah, his son, the Christ. But God put a star in the sky and revealed even to Gentiles, the whole entire world, that Jesus had come. So during Epiphany, in Coda Sunday School, I want to really look at God's light. And I've already talked to Club 45 on Wednesday night, and we talked about how throughout time, all kinds of people in this world have used God's lights to measure it. Genesis, you'll find that. God created light. He made time itself, the day and the night. He put sun, moon, and stars in the sky. It says later in Genesis chapter 1 to make the seasons. How neat that God sent his son, naming him the light of the world. And his son's life governs the time of our church calendar. I encourage you as a family to have super fun with lights. Count candles in church. Look for candles. Look for the baptismal candle. The baptismal candidates, families and their, the families will get on Sunday. Do some stuff with candles. Candles are fun during the daytime. I also want you to think about stars. Read some stuff about stars. Go out and look at stars. God made the stars, and we believe astronomers have studied what may have been the Bethlehem star. Talk about darkness. Buy some glow sticks and use some flashlights. I have a flashlight in my purse, but I'm not going to lean over to get it. That dark and light is really fun. And within a couple of weeks, we're going to discover in our Epiphany Sunday School lessons that the light of the world looked out among the crowd that he was speaking to when he taught the Sermon on the Mount. And he did not say, I am the light of the world. He looked at them and said, you are the light of the world. And as we work through this light season of Epiphany, your children are going to be memorizing and learning, if they don't already know it, the fruits of the Spirit. How Jesus' light, his Spirit placed inside of them, can overflow in such a way that they resemble the love and the light, the joy, the kindness, the gentleness, the faithfulness, and the self-control that Christ himself was going to be able to show. I hope y'all come. I hope it's fun. And people have been asking me, are we doing Legos again? We need to do something different. And I still have Sunday to decide what it is. If you have any ideas, I certainly want your children, if they can, to listen to Children's Church or to the actual full worship service. I want them to write me 2 sentences about their experiences. The bulletin board will be out here. They'll get 3 points worth something, and I think I'm going to be using glow sticks somehow. And their prize is going to, I don't know, have something to do with some sort of gathering with flashlights or scavenger hunt. I'll figure it out. But I encourage you, if they don't want to write it down, videotape them and have them call me. I usually don't answer my phone. They can leave their sentences on my phone on my answering machine, or keep a digital scrapbook. That's what I'm going to try to figure out how we can do. Can we have an Epiphany scrapbook that I send to y'all and your kids who love to get on the computer, because mine does, add to it. The Epiphany reward system will be for kindergartners through 5th grade, and I will not leave my preschoolers out. We're going to be working with y'all to have a lot of fun. But this week, Baptism Sunday, Children's Church during the 9 a.m. service. Sunday School will be studying Jesus' baptism, 11:15 service. No Children's Church, because children will be watching and experiencing the baptism liturgy. If they can read, if they're old enough, have them to listen to the promises we make about learning and teaching the 10 Commandments, the Lord's Prayer, and the Creed. And also, so love it if they wore their Coda Kids t-shirt Water Week, we introduced these, and some of y'all don't have them. Guess what? They're paid for. If you don't have them, get one Sunday. Let your child put them over their clothes, and let's show our whole parish how huge a Coda Kids group we really are. Jesus said to her, "Everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never be thirsty again. The water I will give him will become in him a spring of water welling up into life." And we're not going to be talking tons about water during Epiphany, but we're going to plant some seeds and see if they spring up and grow into some fruit, just like we're doing in our life. Thanks, y'all.